If you want to be a professional translator and you don't know how to start and what tools you have to use and skills you have to own, so this video is for you. In this video today we're gonna talk about the translation and how to be a professional translator. We're gonna talk about the tools, the skills and the tips that you have to own to be a professional translator, and how you can start as a volunteer translator to get the experience. So stay tuned and watch the video till it finishes, and let's get started. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome my friends, how's it going today? As I said in the introduction, in today's video we're gonna talk about the translation and how to be a professional translator. But before we start, I have to mention to us something important. I have to mention to what means translation. Translation is not about conveying word by word, but it's about conveying the meaning, the culture, the emotions, and you have to be fluent in the two languages, even your native language. I will speak about this tip during the video. So as I said, translation is not about conveying word. Translation is about conveying the meanings, culture, and emotions. So now let's get started. Okay, let's take the first tip we have today. The first thing you have to do to be a professional translator, as I said before, you have to convey the emotions, the culture, the meaning, the most important, the meaning. For example, if you want to translate a marketing text, you have to convey the message that the text try to convey it. And if you want to translate a joke, you have to make the audience laugh as they laugh if they read it in the source language. For example, if you want to translate a joke in English to Arabic and this joke make you laugh in English, you have to make the audience laugh also in Arabic. So it's important thing that conveying the emotions and culture. As I said before, also you have to convey the culture. You have to research about the words into the culture. And let's take the next step we have today. The next step, as I said before, you have to be fluent in the two languages, the source and target languages. Even in your native language, you have to be fluent in it, even in grammar, writing and speaking and everything. You have to be the standard language, the standard Arabic, العربية الفصحى. So you have to be fluent, not just in speaking in the general language. You have to be fluent in all aspects of the language or of the standard language, as I said. Because speaking Arabic, for example, as a native language, is not enough to convey the text correctly. You have to convey the words in a perfect way. You have to be fluent in the grammar, in the writing rules. You have to be fluent in all aspects of the language, not just in speaking in general, but also in the standard language. The second thing we have to talk about to how to be a good translator or a professional translator is the translation skills. The first skill you have to own if you want to be a professional translation is to understand the text at all. You should understand the whole text before start translating, to know how to act into translation or during translating. The second skill is to make a research before start translating. You have to be able to make a research about the specialized words and the context, and you have to understand the text at all, so, as I said before. And the next one is, after completing the translation, you have to review the text. Firstly, you have to take a rest. Then you have to review the text again, because when we translate for so much time, the most time we cannot translate well. So you should review the text again after taking rest, to look at the text from another perspective, as it was the first one you read the text. And another skill you have to own is how to manage your time. And I actually made a video about this topic, a video named How to Be a Successful Person. So I highly recommend you to watch that video. After watch this video, I will put the link in the description below. So I highly recommend to watch it. Also, the third thing we have to talk about, and all professional translators do, is to use the CAT tools. CAT tools is the tools that assist you to translate well. For example, two of the most famous CAT tools is Trados and memo queue. Cat tools includes some features that helps you to translate well. For example, the translation memory that memorize the words that you used before to make the translation process easier. Cat tools includes a lot of features. For example, as I said, the translation memory, also the machine translation. And there is a lot of translation features that I don't remember now, but I highly recommend you to explore these cat tools. I'm sorry for the annoying voice, but we have a wedding in our street, so I'm sorry a lot for that. But actually, I'm obliged to continue recording this video because I don't have another time to record it. And one of the most important tools that as a translator you have to use is the specialized dictionary. For example, if you're a legal translator, you have to research about the specialized word in the government and legal concepts in these dictionaries. So you have to make research in these dictionaries about the legal things. For example, if you're a medical translator or a technical translator, also you have to make research in these dictionaries specialized into these topics. And the fourth tip you have to do as a professional translator is to specialize in one or two specialization. But I just recommend you to specialize in just one specialization, and after mastering this specialization, then you can go to another specialization. But the specialized translation is required more than the general translation. So I highly recommend you to learn at least one specialization to get more paid. Also, if you want to be a professional translator, you have to focus on two important things. The first is the continuous development and learning. You have to learn and develop yourself each single day. And the second thing is the quality. You have to focus on the results and the target text after completing the translation and before delivering the text for the client or the customer. Because the quality builds their reputation, and the reputation is more important than the rapid and speed. So you have to focus on the quality and continuous learning and development. And the last thing I'm gonna talk about how to be a professional translator is the professional jump, the job jump. As a professional translator, you have to make your professional profile. You have to make a professional LinkedIn account. You have to make a professional CV. You have to make a professional cover letter, for example. And for example, you have to be exist in the freelance platforms. You have to make accounts on these platforms, for example, Upwork, People Per Hour, freelance, and a lot of platforms that you can work on as a freelancer. Pros, for example. Also, Pros, it's one of the most important platforms for translators. ProZ, not Pros. I highly recommend you to make an account on ProZ because it's a platform built for translators. So I highly recommend you to exist there. Also, if you can do that, I highly recommend you to make your own website like me. I made my own website, transgate.page. You can research on Google and you will find it. You can provide on the website your translation, proofreading, and subtitling services. For example, if you open my website, you will find that I provide some services: translation, proofreading, subtitling services, and professional services. Also, you have to draw your professional journey and work way. You have to get some experience before start working as a translator. For example, you have to be a volunteer translator in some platforms. There are a lot of platforms that provide translators with a translation environment that you can be a volunteer there. For example, Wikipedia Translation Project, TED Translators Project, and also there is a foundation named Praget Foundation. It's a Chinese one that I highly recommend to be a volunteer there because it gives you a certified volunteer hour for each 200 words. So it's an important thing to do that get some certified hours in volunteer. I think that's all for today's video, so I thank you a lot for watching the video from the beginning to the end. Thank you a lot. If you think that this video was helpful for you and you like it, please don't forget to put the like button and subscribe button. Please don't forget that to support us to continue making another videos for future. And now I'm gonna say to you, have a good day. Wassalamu alaikum.